The story of Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel is a fascinating tale that intertwines political power, religious faith, and prophetic wisdom. Found in the book of Daniel, part of the Old Testament of the Bible, this narrative provides a vivid account of the interactions between the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar and the Jewish prophet Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar, one of the most powerful monarchs of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, conquered Jerusalem in 597 BC and deported many of its inhabitants to Babylon. Among the deportees were young nobles and intellectuals, including Daniel and his friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. These young men were selected to serve in Nebuchadnezzar's court because of their exceptional intelligence and abilities. Daniel quickly distinguished himself in the Babylonian court for his wisdom and interpretation of dreams. The first significant encounter between Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel occurred when the king had a disturbing dream that none of his wise men could interpret. Daniel, with divine help, not only revealed the content of the dream but also its interpretation. Nebuchadnezzar's dream involved a giant statue made of different materials, symbolizing the future empires that would succeed one another until the arrival of God's eternal kingdom. Impressed with Daniel's skill, Nebuchadnezzar promoted him to a position of great authority. However, the unwavering faith of Daniel and his friends in God often brought them into conflict with the king's demands. In one famous episode, Nebuchadnezzar ordered everyone to bow down before a golden statue he had erected. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, known in the court as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to obey, resulting in their being condemned to be thrown into a fiery furnace. Miraculously, they were protected by an angel and emerged unharmed, leading Nebuchadnezzar to recognize the power of the God of Israel. Years later, Nebuchadnezzar had another disturbing dream, this time involving a giant tree being cut down. Daniel was again called upon to interpret the dream, revealing that the tree symbolized Nebuchadnezzar himself, who would be humiliated and deprived of his kingdom for a period of 7 years. The prophecy was fulfilled when Nebuchadnezzar was struck by a mental illness that caused him to live like a wild animal. Only after recognizing God's sovereignty did he regain his sanity and his throne. The story of Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel is a powerful testament to divine faith and wisdom. Daniel, a stranger in a hostile land, remained faithful to his principles and to his God. Even in the face of great challenges and dangers, his life and actions profoundly influenced King Nebuchadnezzar, leading him to recognize the existence of a power greater than his own. This story also offers insight into the complex relationships between faith and political power, showing how wisdom and integrity can triumph even in the most adverse circumstances. The story of Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel continues to inspire readers throughout the centuries, offering timeless lessons about faith, courage, and divine sovereignty.